This is more of a story for anybody who is a real estate agent and knows the name Tom Ferry. It's no secret that I'm a big believer in coaching and training and working at your craft. And because of that, I am a coaching client with Tom Ferry International. And recently, just a few months ago, I had the opportunity to go to the first elite retreat that had been able to be held in forever, because we just went through COVID, nobody was doing anything, but finally we were all going to be able to get together in one place instead of via virtual reality. So I hadn't been to Las Vegas, which is where the elite retreat was held, in over 20 years. I didn't know what to expect. The day before the elite retreat was supposed to start, there was a workshop for luxury resort vacation property representatives. So I came in a day and a half early so that I could go to that. After that was done, that evening, I decided I'm going to go check out the casino. Bright lights, big city, very different from small town USA, Lake Arrowhead. It's set in the National Forest. So I go downstairs and I'm walking through the casino at Mandalay Bay, and lights and bells and activity, the whole thing. And I think to myself, you know what? So I don't look like a complete idiot tomorrow when we're supposed to be going to the actual event. I'm going to figure out exactly where I'm supposed to walk and where I'm supposed to go so I can walk with confidence, right? As I'm figuring out where to go, who do I see coming from the other direction? But the head coach himself, Mr. Tom Ferry. And he's got people with him. And I think that maybe they had been back in the space doing mic checks and, figuring out, just kind of dialing details for the day after, because that's the type of person that he is he likes to make sure that things are, well done for his clients. He comes walking this way, I'm going that way. I'm wearing a mask because at the time we still had to wear masks indoors. And as I go by, I think to myself, I'm going to say something. So as I start to go by, I say, "Hey, TF, good to see you." He stops and he's like, "Hey, come here." And I'm like, okay. So I walk up to Tom Ferry and he's acting like he knows me. And he's like, "So are we going to see you? Blah, blah, blah. Are we going to do these things?" And I'm like, "You tell me where you want me to be, I will be there." It turns out, I think in retrospect, he thought that I was one of his independent coaches that works with other agents, because I think he was alluding to an event that was for the coaches themselves, kind of as a pre-event type of thing. But at the same time, I couldn't, for one thing, I don't get starstruck very easily. But I'm like, oh my gosh, Tom Ferry's talking to me. Oh my gosh, Tom Ferry just pulled me in for a hug. Oh my gosh, Tom Ferry's talking to me. So I go walking away like, I just got a hug from Tom Ferry and he has no idea who I am. By the way, for the 3 days or so that we were there for Elite Retreat, he did a fantastic job. Not that I would have expected anything else, but what sustained me through all the highs and lows and the work and everything that we had to do as part of that workshop was the thought, I got to meet Tom Ferry. Tom Ferry gave me a hug. And that was the best way ever to start an elite retreat.